Okay, I think I updated my stream info. Make sure. Okay, updated it. It's a bit more lengthy, but in case people wanted to know. So I might not be doing as much talking just because I'm going to try and port everything I have from another project for like skill trees and stuff, because that's going to be imported in this game. So me doing that, that's why. Uncomment all this code. I need skill tree node. Skill tree game. I'm gonna move this to the other side where you guys can't see, unfortunately. Be easier for me. I don't know, maybe if I can make this one a different color, that way I know I'm on a different project. But I need, was it that I need a skill tree node? Skill tree node, okay. Manager skill tree node. All of this. Actually, be able to copy. That. This one. Nice thing about at least writer, probably can do in other IDEs too, is that you can just move it to a new file. So I need a skill tree requirement. Back to skill tree game. Need it for requirements. I just need this. Here, bottom, need a skill tree requirement. Its own folder. My music's a little low. So I changed my music. So this music player, I made it, I forget when, but I made it so in Unity so that I can just listen to like things recursively. And what I mean is all the music files in like this folder, Absolute Bangers, it'll go through all the files in these folders and it'll keep doing it until there's nothing left. Stuff like, I think this one has folders in it too. And so it just like collects all of them and it just randomly plays songs. It's pretty cool. Good for me because I just like listening to music offline and just have it be random. So if you want to get it, it's on my itch.io page. Just somewhere on my Twitch, you can find it. It's free. I think it only works on Windows because it uses some like Windows stuff to make it so that it always appears on top of the screen and makes it transparent. Because it's actually the actual window, I think, for this thing is yeah, it's a little fucked up. But if it looks like that when you get it, you just gotta press Alt Enter. I should probably update that on the website. I think it used to have like a gray thing before. It used to have a gray background and then it would do some stuff where it turns that gray color into like clear. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. So that's done. What else do we need? Skill tree S. Oh, okay. We'll go back. Okay. Okay, I don't need skill tree requirement. I do need that. So. And last night I was going through all the music files that I had, and fortunately I had to copy them over because like I don't have like a favoriting system, which would be nice to implement, but it's a little bit more work than I'd want to do on this little app. Will it let me move it even with all these? Those just preferences. Code inspector, I think it might be. Name and icon. Okay. I think that was just a name for the group. SKSO data. What is SKSO? I will. That is its own class. Why am I not able to? Okay, there you go. Move to its own class. Okay, skill tree, node UI. Apparently I kept it with the skill tree SO. Oh, that's probably what it is. Skill SO. Okay. I might move that backwards. Skill tree node UI. Okay, I think I kind of made it so I don't need to use this, but I will have it just in case if I implement it later on. This should be namespace my skill. Project Icarus. What else is needed? Got the skill tree node. Images. Oh, because I think this needs to be namespace. My skill tree. Skill tree connection. Skill tree node, what are we still missing? Okay, for now, that's can I do like to do here? To do. Actually, like, what color doesn't get used though? I wanted to do orange, but it shows orange there. That's a game manager thing. Do var current resources is 0. Assuming it was a number. Any other issues with skill tree description UI? Okay. Here's that description UI. It's there, right? In skill tree node. image, that's fine. Else, a comic string. I'll need to look back on what that does. Right now, I'll just say var name string is. Do here. Then our description string. Gotta use this comic string a lot. Or actually, just make it. It's easier for me because if I don't see anything, I know. Oh, you know what? Let me just to do all this. I think everything else is fine. Skill tree nodes all good. Okay. Make sure all these are in the skill tree namespace. Is not namespace. Okay, game manager thing, I don't have to worry about that for right now. Skill tree SO database, skill tree manager. This. So database. I think this is just a list of skill tree SOs. It's usually what I use those databases for. Namespace. Cursor default, I think there's a link. Okay. There's no errors now with skill tree manager. Data is okay. Update that so it works for my game. Good. I think there were more skill tree things. I already did skill tree requirement. Sure, Icarus, I have all those. And annoying jumping from each thing so much. Window. This is why it's good to have it in its own folder or whatever instead of. Because I think when I was doing this old project, I just kind of had it strewn about. But with this new project, Icarus, I'm going to have it be its own thing. That way I can use it in other projects. I have skill tree canvas. Skill tree canvas. I don't think I implemented that. Public class skill tree canvas. It's using name space tree skill tree manager instance. Did I make it a? Why did I call skill tree manager an object? Did I actually write that? How did it? Did it like autocorrect me to something else? That's weird. Am I missing anything? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Go to the other project, Icarus. Project. Sure, nothing related to skill trees. It looks like everything needs to be in my skill trees. Pull up the there's a way to edit this. Okay, do I have closed skill tree canvas? Not yet. How to use skill tree? I guess I can copy that over. That's going to be in the project though. How to use skill tree. Okay. I'm going to comment all that out. Meant to be, oops, it's meant to be like a tutorial on how to use this. For me, it's very smart of me to make a little tutorial on how to get back into this. That done, so let me mark that. done. I guess I should use the close skill tree. If I do it like this and ask it to move it, will it know to implement the namespace? It does, okay. That saves me a little bit of time. There is close skill tree done. Next was open skill tree. Okay. Skill tree. I think I have save load. Save load. Oops. I don't want to have the Twitch thing on there. Do the screenshot thing. Get down a bit. That way you guys can see me in progress. Next, the skill tree SO. I believe I have that already. Skill tree SO. Got all that done. And I should... SKSO, that's supposed to go with the skill tree. I don't know if it's... I think it's in the same... Not part of the class. Should be part of the namespace. Name space skill tree. So after here should be like that. Make sure that that's how I did it in the old project. Your database consists of skill tree SOs. And those SOs is part of the same class. No, it's separate. Okay, yeah, I had it right. Okay, what is next? Database. The database. Still need to make the actual scriptable objects for the skill tree in the database. Canvas. Canvas. Connection. Got the connection. Next is the data. Here. Your data. I'll need to work on. Skill tree description UI. Description UI. Super text mesh. Okay. Next is the tree manager. I believe I've got everything there. Need to do some stuff. I need to see if I can find a way to change the to-do color in this. That way it makes it more obvious for to-dos. Skill tree node, pretty sure I got that. These to-dos, I don't think they stand out enough. I could make them red, maybe. Skill tree node UI. song is this from? It's either Flower Head or Piku Niku. Piku Niku, yeah. Okay, the next one was the Skill Tree Node UI. I got that, but it's not being used at the moment. Skill tree requirement to have that. And all of these, except none, I don't need, because they're just like per that specific project. Although I might copy one just as an example. So there, code requirement none. Okay, and then let's just make another one. Probably change some things around, just like naming. This one will be called Skill Tree Requirement Example. Requirement requires you to have a skill. This will be commented, earn. Okay. And that should be all of the porting done, which is a lot faster and less of a headache as I thought it was going to be. But I still need to implement the UI stuff and how I want to save that. And actually, I think the way I save it is going to be a lot easier now. Because before I would save it using, how did I save it? Yeah, so I would save it to a file. And the nice thing about this is that I can just give the file whatever extension I want. But, turn into binary, push it through. And that's not too difficult to do. The only thing is that the class for the data needs to be serializable. So it can't, you have to put it in like simple type formats. I don't think I can save. If I save it as a class, it has to be like, that class has to be serializable as well. Which I think this one is, because lists and arrays are good to go, and skill types are enumerations, which are just numbers. Bools are just zeros or ones, so that's good to go. And that's not too difficult. All right, I think I won't close this project entirely because I still need. Where's the shop? So for this, the round ends. This upgrade button, what does it do? Do I not have a button on it? Or maybe I'm selecting the text. Upgrade button. Open skill tree canvas. Okay, that script's pretty easy. Upgrade tree. Would like to just copy this over. I don't know how easy that would be though. Let me try. I'm gonna have to move Unity window, I think, to another screen to make dragging a little bit easier. See if it works. Does not seem to work. copying and pasting works. Could make it a prefab. Making a prefab seems to have made it work. Duty. Some things are going to be missing. So for some reason it doesn't recognize. This should be skill tree manager. This is what it looks like right now. Thankfully, I can just fill in the proper one. Skill tree manager. And then the other one is what? Skill tree canvas. Skill tree canvas. Okay. Still need to create a database, I believe. Let me do this first. So upgrade tree holder. That's within it, okay. And first selected is whatever the first content is. First. So should go there. Everything looks messed up right now because I don't have the images for this. I'll port those over in a moment. Okay, next, let's do the skill tree manager. Those are nodes. Don't need to worry about that right now. Do the skill tree database then. Let's do scriptable objects. Make the database. Make the skill. Oh, let me do jump height, I guess. Jump. Skill. Just copy the name. Done it? Oh yeah, it does just grab from the name. That's good. I know I've implemented that in other projects. Some image I can use for right now. I'll just use a star. Say there are 10 levels. Let me look at an example of some skill tree data. Database, plaster capacity. Okay, so I need to make some enumerations for that, which are fine. Max levels, and then the skill tree data, whatever that cost is, description and requirements. It does have a requirement. How does that work? I think this is just text to let me know UI. Something that has it. I see, blaster capacity. It's just text, okay. is this background? This is in the content? Okay. Move this down now. It's funny that it shows up as 0 when you don't have any. So let me try and add that. Skill tree node. Maybe skill tree data. Will be called jump height. Okay, now it should let me put in the skill type. Jump height. It does it by default because it's the first one. I should make the default none. Maybe none. It's usually good to have like a default value. That way it forces you to change it. Should change to none, hopefully. And now I have to change it to jump height. That's fine. Okay. Say cost 100 increases the height of your jump. Since I say max level of 10, there needs to be 10 different entries, I think. Let's just make it 3. Increases your jump height even more. Then I can add that to the database. I can add that here. Oh, Unity did not like that. That's not good. This is why you save your projects often. Huh. Did this even crash? Start and exit. The bummer. Try that again. Okay, the upgrade true canvas is there. So I need to change it again. It needs to be a manager. There's a lot of managers. Tree manager. This is the tree canvas. Save. Gotta remember to do that. God, Crystal Chronicle music is so whimsical. Yeah, let's see if it crashes again. I think it did crash again. That's not good. Okay, what I'll try to do is instead of replacing it, I'll just remove that missing script. I don't know why that's crashing it. Stream is doing. Dropping a little bit of frames. 432 so far. Bit of a bummer that's happening. Oh, it didn't save this? What? Oh, because of the it's probably because of the prefab. Oh, yeah, maybe that's why. My skill tree, canvas. Let's edit it in here then. Free manager. Free canvas. Save that. Saving failed. Still getting errors. Why did we fail? Oh. Mine's for connections. What is that? For now, get rid of it. Add those later. Save now. Still something. I'm gonna get rid of everything except the first skill tree node. What I get for trying to copy and paste all of this. Oh, there's a lot more. Get rid of those for now. Still some stuff? What am I missing? Wouldn't that be a skill tree node? Get rid of it for now. Beings? Okay. Sure, I save. Let's try running it. Yeah, no bugs. Or no crashes. Alright. Okay, for this. First skill tree should be jump height. Save that. Load it. Let me just remind myself. Do that. Let's play the game because I just want to make sure I know where I'm standing right now. Okay. Why is my controller working? Plug it and plug it back in. Plugged in, right? Looked like it was. All right. What a failure. Oh, damn. Do have coyote time, I think. I think this resets the timer if I keep jumping on it. That's an interesting bug. That should have disappeared by now. Doesn't this thing have a timer on it, or is it infinite? I guess it's infinite. Let me look at prefabs, platforms, the base platform. So whenever I step on it, I start the disappearing timer. It should only trigger once. So private pool starting to here. If starting to disappear, we don't do this. Okay, that should fix that bug. Next, let me look at the annoying thing. Okay, that's the collider. How deep is it in? It's easier to see it now. Platform spawner. Let me try another round. Too high. I can test it now if I stay on here. This one should disappear after a while. Where did the new one spawn? I'm out of platforms? What the hell? Must have been a bug? Let me check. I didn't get a error. That was definitely strange. For some reason, the red one is not triggering at all. But it'll still disappear. That's strange. Oh, it's not even triggering that. What did I do to the... Red ones are broken, I guess. Oh, because I turned it off, duh. Oh, also, I think this is a bot. Like, the one thing I don't understand about, like, scammers and stuff is that why do they write like this? It's like, nobody writes like that. Are they trying to, like, avoid some sort of, like, detection from, like, automated things? Because then to a person, it's like, oh, it's obvious. That's weird. Okay, what are the odds of it getting the same one? It said trigger multiple times. I might need to put a little bit of delay. Like, don't spawn anything. Like, just a second or something. Oh, damn. I love how the band comes down with you just because, you know, it's tight to your elevation, but it just seems funny seeing it go down like that. Okay, So we need to save the elevation values. Here's my game manager. Game manager. Public float elevation points. Should I save this as like game data? I guess public class Icarus game data. Public float elevation points. Total earned. Public float. So this one is current elevation points. Don't need, I guess I can have a bool for the time being, or not a bool, but a holder there. So on start, I want to get this game data. I want to make this class serializable. We don't need to say system.serializable. Yeah, it's redundant. Okay, so let's have a public Icarus game data. I guess I'll have a constructor public Icarus game data, where it says that's 0 constructor. Make a constructor. Not right now. I say make one so I can pass in values, but I don't want to do that right now. So let's just say game data equal to, I think I have easy save ES3. Yeah, easy save. Which I might use that to clean up my save load skill tree data class. How would I do this? So I'm going to say ES3 load. Pass in the class, which is the Icarus game data. I guess call it Icarus data. Should be turn that into private read private const string game data. That way I don't have to worry about changing it. What's wrong with that? String out. Okay. Icarus. That game data is. Am I confused? I have that. Where's game data? Oh, it's not out. It returns that, right? It doesn't, it returns that value. Game data. And if there's nothing, just say new risk game data. And then I want to say public void save game data. Okay. That way I can see if the things. So let's have another one that says public void add elevation points. Given the points, passing it into the game data and incrementing it there. I'll save game data. Okay. Then I want that to happen when we press continue, I think. Game over canvas. It's on screen. Wonder how long it was off screen for. Okay. Continue button. Continue button. So here, let me go to Game Manager. Where is elevation text? This just grabs that. Where does this get set? Set elevation text. Called when we do the game over. I don't know if the logic for it should be in the game over canvas. But right now I'm just going to say game to move this maybe to another class later. I want to say game, it's Icarus game, just game manager, okay. Because it changed the game data to Icarus game data, so instance dot elevation points. Add elevation points by the elevation. Okay. And then on shop canvas, I want, what do I want? I want the elevation text here. I don't know why it doesn't show up. I'll just say that text to current elevation points. And I'll just set it to our amount of points that we've accrued. Which we do still have access to the game manager. Either that or I can just load the data from ES3. Public void start. Private super text mesh. Elevation points text. Elevation points text.text to so it's no, say for current and elevation points is not this, but it's ES. Yeah, I probably should just grab it from the game manager. Public, Icarus, game data, get the game data and just return. Even though it's public, right? Maybe I should private and then maybe for right now just make it public because I'm lazy. So I don't need this getter. Be game manager.instance.game data dot elevation points, not the ones we've earned. That's for like that'll be for like achievements, I guess. Earned elevation points, and then I'll just make it do Alright, well, let's see if that works. First off, I want to see game manager. Should be able to see the game data. Okay. Damn. Okay, well, that was a quick one. But okay, we got let me put it on to like first decimal. That's exactly what I wanted. So now it should be whatever the next elevation I get plus 7.9. I still need to work on the disc placement. It still is placing things a little too close. My elevation at see, that's why I want it to always be with your camera, that way it's not a struggle to look at it. 90.7, so it should be about 97-ish. Why can I click continue? What the hell? This is the second time this kind of bug has happened. 98.7. Yeah, I think because of the decimals, yeah. Okay, so we got it saving. That's cool. Now, one thing I always like to do whenever I'm doing with like save data, I like to have some functions. Public class, or not class, public void reset data. Sets that to a blank one and then saves it. Public void get or load data. Since I'm doing that there, just say load data at the beginning. Load data. Is this the Think song? The Think version of the song? Oh, it's just a win. I didn't know that. I already have that as a function. They do move it down here with the other ones. Button, horizontal group. Actually, I don't need to do that anymore. Reset. Could still do it in here, but I want to try getting used to the new version of it. So now I got those buttons, and then I can go to Odin, customize in Visual Designer. Now I can say this function. Actually, I think I can do like a too long. Horizontal group. Data buttons. I want to have save, load, reset. Like that. Is there a way I can make this red? I want like a warning icon or something. Is there like a trash icon? That's a Discord. I guess that's a good one. Okay. That way I can load up the data. That's cool. And say I want to make the elevation point like 50. I could save it. And then say I set these values to 0. I load it. It should have that changed value. And if I reset it, I'll put it back to normal, which is good for debugging, at least in my experience. Okay. Now what? Let's get the shop panel. Be like the one I got. That works. That works. One of the. I don't know, where's this background coming from? It said kids. Oh, okay. Let me copy that. Drag it over into the other Unity project. New folder for Images, I guess. Probably gonna need to actually drag it in. It's over. Oh, that's right, I gotta do all this crap. Oh yeah, it doesn't... I hate how Unity doesn't have this basic thing. And it's like, because you're gonna need sprites for UI stuff. Don't know why that's not part of the basic for all Unity projects. Oh, and I'm gonna find out if I'm gonna get copyright claim for a lot of these songs. Because I know Flowerhead I don't get claimed for in the Nobunoko songs. But even though these are video game songs and other people who's... Well, Flowerhead and Nobunoko, I don't know if I'll get claimed. If I do, I mean, I have a folder for not YouTube safe songs, so dump them in there, I guess. Okay, I should be able to put it on now. Now, I might need to make this a raw image texture. Raw image. And then if I do like 100 by 100, or is it 0.1 by 0.1? That's not it. How do I do that? So the what if I do a image? Raw image. Gonna be the background. Let's do 2000. 2000. 40, 96. 40, 96. Heat. That's probably why it's not doing it. That's totally why I wasn't doing it. Okay. I like that. It adds a little bit. I do have like a scrolling texture thing, but I'll probably add that later. So what I need, so panel, let me add it, static UI. I want to add a scroll view that's 4096, 4096. Right? No. I want it to be the size of the screen. Maybe that's not right. 1920 by 1080. But I want the content to be 4096 by 4096. Raw image. Copy. And hide that. Want that below. Let me look at the other project here. What do we got here? I don't know if I want to bring in the MF stuff. That's just for like game feel stuff. What does it do? Just scale spring? Where's this UI button from? I don't think it's part of the base Unity stuff, is it? UI button. Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay. What makes up a node? All this junk. Connections. I think are these lines here. I remember I was trying to look for a way to do it automatically. But I think it was a little too complex for me at the time, because it was like I wanted to use like a line renderer on UI, and that's not really a thing. I think you can buy some assets for it, but I didn't want to do that. Look at that. Okay. That's the connections. Top. What is this? Oh, this is the actual button stuff. Or at least the visuals for the buttons. Did I get rid of that? I think I might have. Because I think you could probably click on it and see, oh, this is the value. That's pretty much it. There's an info panel here. Yeah, because I added the cost of it there. Don't know what rings are. Oh, I understand now. Why did I think to add that? That's so weird. Okay. I wonder if I have that button as a prefab. I don't seem to. Maybe because the node itself is its own. Should I add it now? What the hell? I'll get it then. How long have I been going for? An hour and a half. So I don't think I need any of the demos. Yeah, I'll probably be going for another 30 minutes and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Got some other stuff to do, unfortunately. Maybe I'll come back to streaming again today. I don't know. We'll see. Because usually I do it around 3, but I think a better use of my time is, since I was going to do this anyways, I thought I might as well do it on stream. Even though it's probably not the most entertaining stuff. I mean, that's the whole point for me, streaming this stuff. It's kind of like to push me to work on it. Still need to work on yesterday's stream to get that uploaded onto YouTube. I would like to have at least the basics of upgrading done. I think that was still something I didn't get done. Let's see. Grab skill tree upgrades. Okay, so I did that already. I did make a scene, but I don't think I need it. I think just prompting up a UI is probably the best thing. Done that already. Once I've actually able to buy an upgrade, mark that as checked off. I still need to do this, but I need to figure out a way where it's only taking like the Y, only the Y rotation. I think. Yeah, because I don't want X, because I think that might tilt it up and down. And then Z rotation, character can't even really rotate in the Z direction. So I just want that Y rotation. I'll have to figure that out later. Okay. Added those MMF things. So what I should probably do is make a prefab of these buttons. Don't know why I can't see my text. Data properties can be added to this gold property sheet. I wonder if that's the reason why. It just upsets me. I can't see it. It might be something else that's causing it, actually. I don't know what else would be causing that, so that my text is invisible. Shows up in game, thankfully, but I want us to be able to see it in the scene. Is there one that showed me the orientation? The orientation stuff. Oh, because I'm in. I'm gonna check if there's an update for Super Text Mesh. There's no update. Wonder if I don't remember if there's like a README or something. That's weird because I thought it used to like have a link to the documentation page. Documentation. That leads me to it. Why is there two of them? Oh, one is just an XML, I'm guessing. Setup. Or did it used to be? Wait. Well, that's super text. But it's UI. Not showing up, what the hell? I'm gonna have to send an email about that. 'Cause there it is. Hmm. Hmm. Game object. My super text. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll deal with it for now. I'll just call it a button. Duplicate this. That way I make this a template button. Okay. 300 by 75. I think that's fine. 100 is a little too. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. Let me look at the image. Round. There was one that said bevel, I think. I guess that's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I will get rid of that. That. Reset button, what does it have? Oh, this is text mesh. UI button. Oh, so that when it goes selected, it goes to different colors, I'm guessing. Do I have that font in here? I should probably add it if I don't. Font. What font is that? A comic. Actually, the name of the font. Yeah, he comic, okay. For my font folder. I think it's a comic. Might try either Daruma drop. What the fuck? Did it do that? What the hell just happened? The comic. Gonna do it again. Okay. Let me just make Xmesh Pro in case I do need it. Because if it's going to be static text, usually I use Text Mesh Pro, and if I need to animate it, I like using Super Text Mesh. That way. Center one. Try Daruma drop. Okay. Pretty playful. Which one do I like more? Left or the right? I'll go with this one for right now. It's the Duromatrop. That one. Oop, I got rid of the wrong one, I think. Refab. I'm clicking the right one, right? Okay. So the UI button, right now the normal color is black, highlighted color, like this light blue. When we press it, be slightly darker. Okay, anything else? Well, these things use what? It's the MMF player. Scale spring? Bump, okay. MMF player. It's transform, scale, spring. I think, right? Feedback settings. Target is the. Okay. Half a second. Now I just want the button. Second. Said I wanted a pump. 2020 to 3030s. I'm guessing I play that when I click on it. It's been so long since I looked at this project. Interesting. How is this connected? I don't understand how this is triggered. Oh, am I looking through? I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. Oh man, I'm so dumb. It's like, obviously it's got to be triggered when you click on the button, but let's see. There's a lot of functions. I think it's play feedback. Let me just make sure. Play feedback. Okay, let me test that out. Oh, I guess I can click. Okay, So when I hover over it, it gets bigger. Okay. That's nice. The text doesn't turn colors though. Let me see why that is. I wonder if it's because it's Text Mesh Pro. See, this is Text Mesh Pro. I wonder if the UI button stuff only works with Text Mesh Pro. Let me look for this. If we highlight, we set text colors. Where's in text? So does it just grab it? Initialize text. Okay, let me do my own here. Affected super text mesh STM text. When we initialize the text, say STM text to not that super text mesh. So that needs to be an array. Even though it's really only going to be one, but... And then here, for each STM text, STM text, STM text. Oh. Let's see if that works. That's the wrong project. It did not color it. Damn it. Did it say? Oh. Let me recompile. That might be an issue. That might be why it didn't do it. Also, it could have been that I did it in the skill tree class. I did do it in the skill tree, not the skill tree class, but the skill tree project. This is Project Icarus. I want to edit it in Icarus. Affected STM or super text mesh array. I guess text mesh. Actually, like STM text. Text. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Super text mesh. Text colors for each in STM text. STM text. STM text.color. Fingers crossed. Didn't mess anything up. Should turn blue. Yeah, it turned blue. It doesn't turn the other blue when I click on it though. That might be... Let's see why that's happening. So click. Or pressed, I think. Rest. Does that get used? Color. What? Are you telling me this doesn't get used? What? Why is this here? I did not make this. Why did they? Oh my goodness. So when does the highlight get called? What? Is there an I pressed handler? I pressed? That's probably why they didn't have it. Okay, whatever. I don't know why they have that there if they didn't implement it. Okay. Wait a minute. Got a button, which means that is a prefab. Projects, my prefabs. And we'll add that. Fortunately, it'll, when looking at it, well, that, and also I need to add it to a canvas. So play, does that have any? We're gonna have to end the stream in a couple of minutes. I don't know if anybody, I mean, it says there's some people watching, but if you are watching, thank you. Appreciate it. The stream's gonna be over in like 5 minutes. Let me change that play button. So rename this play back to gameplay button. Nah, let's call it play button. Yep. And that says play. Go over. Oh, I just move the anchor is all. And just attach that reset level script. I think the unfortunate thing though is that since we're loading up the level, it won't. You won't see the animation because I think it like tries to load immediately. So one thing I also want to do is to prevent the scene from loading multiple times. I'm going to disable the button. Correctable. What a good song to end the stream off of. Because this is the ending credits to Corner Bread. At least I hover over it. Click it. Didn't, Oh, you know what? It does reset the level, but since it's already on by default. We have this disabled. Play the game now. need to change that continue button. Now when I play, okay, cool. It all works. Gonna be it for this stream, guys. Thanks for watching. It was fun.